Hi beauties, welcome back to our channel. So if you've seen the thumbnail for today's video, we are going to be talking about the Kylie Cosmetics Build Your Own palette. And it actually came today in the mail. I did open it up so I wasn't struggling on camera. I have not peeked inside. I want all of my reactions to be 100% authentic with you guys, and I want to be surprised with you guys on camera. Before I do dive into the box, I just want to remind everybody that we will be starting a giveaway soon. We got a few items: the Controversy palette, the Bloodlust palette, the Amrezy PR that she did with ABH, Sabrina, that collection. I think there's a few other, Jaclyn Hill palettes. I think that's everything. I'm going to take an updated picture once I have all the items that I want. But I wanted to open this up with you guys on camera, and I wanted to actually try them on my eyelids. So that's why you see my hair and the rest of my makeup done, except for the actual eyeshadow portion. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you do want to be entered into that giveaway, which is 100% random, please do subscribe to us on YouTube. Turn on the notifications so you're notified of any upcoming videos with giveaway updates in them or content, and then so you're not automatically unsubscribed from YouTube. I don't know if that's stopped or if that's still going on, but that's just the latest that I know. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We do have all that information down below in the description box. But without further ado, I'm excited to open this and try it on. So let's get inside the box. Okay guys, so here's the box opened. You'll see it's her normal card that she sends. Good choice. Love these products you picked. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. XO Kylie. Oh, okay guys, so as I had mentioned before, I have not actually seen what was inside here, but here it looks like the palette or the pan is, and here's the individual eyeshadows. So I think I'm gonna take these out of here. There's 4 of them because I believe it's, or there's 2 packages, sorry. And then the palette, because I believe it's a 12-pan eyeshadow, and there is a mirror in there. This does feel like her typical palette. Here's what it looks empty. I'm going to go ahead and build this, and I'll be right back. In case you guys are wondering what they look like in their individual packaging, here is the eyeshadow in their individual packaging. It does have Kylie Jenner all over it, and then a little window to see the color, and then the actual name. I got Heartthrob. I got First Date, which is a matte. Heartthrob is a metallic. Does It Come in Black is a matte. Frosty is a metallic. True Fate is a metallic. Kinda Classy is also a metallic. So I'm going to set these over here, and then I'll show you the other ones, and then I'll actually hop off to build the palette. And then we can finally try these on. I have tried Kylie palettes before, so kind of having a good understanding of what her eyeshadows are like. But there's some in here that I haven't tried that I've been wanting to try. Next up we have is, oops, dropping it, sorry, Romantic. And this is a metallic. This one is a matte, I believe, and it is called Top Model. Princess, which is also a matte. I'm trying to like put these in the back as I pull out the new ones. Halloween metallic. It does say metallic on that, does it not? But it looks like a matte. I don't know, maybe it'll look different once I actually physically build it in the pan. This one is Candy Heart, which is also a matte. Buzz Off, which is a metallic. Alright, so I'm going to hop off, build my palette the way I want it, which is kind of cool, and I will be right back. So I finally got everything out of its packaging. As you can see, there's quite a lot of packaging with the eyeshadows, but I'm going to go ahead and put those aside. And the palette is finally built. Now, before you guys say anything, these are colors that really stood out to me. I wanted an everyday use palette. I did get some darker shades because I like to really build up my crease. And as you guys have known me for a while, you know that I like a really good matte to shimmer ratio. So this is something that really works well for me. And I really like the theme because you can really build your own palette. But I did range them. Usually the shimmers are on top, and I wanted to mix things up just because I wanted to, I guess. But they are kind of range from darkest to lightest, even with the shimmers and metallics down here. I think they're actually called metallics. But I always need a black, I always need a brow bone highlighter. I love my reds, I love my pinks, and these are my 3 neutral shades. And then these are the shimmer shades that really drew to my attention for that natural look. If you're really careful and you're really easy and you use a sparing amount, black can also be really nice for a natural look as well. And then, you know, the reds and the warmth and things like that. So this is something that definitely stood out to me a lot. The only thing that I will say about this is I would appreciate it if they took just a little bit more time, and it's not a big deal. It's just that in order to see the names, because I'm not going to keep any of that external packaging that I just took everything out of, it's actually probably going to go in the trash or recycling. If they would have taken a little bit more time and customized the palette a little bit further and actually put your names on, I know everything came in individual packaging, but your actual palette itself, if it had the names on there, I know that that's kind of hard to do because you're again going to arrange the palette how you want to, but it's just going to be very hard to try and figure out what the names are going to be. So I don't know if there is some way to do that. But again, this is build as you want, and this is what I wanted, and I can't wait to try these out, and hopefully I am still pleasantly surprised and happy once applying these eyeshadows. But I think we should start putting some on. Okay guys, so before I do dive into any eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the P. Louise base. This is Rumor 01. I'm going to go ahead and use my very small flat tip brush to prime my eyes. And I'm going to set it with some powder, the Coty Airspun powder. Nothing's really new here, but just so if you wanted to know those steps, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back and I have my lids completely primed and set with that powder. I am going to start in with my transition shade. I'm going to pick up this shade right here. And I really wanted the eyeshadow palette to be something where I could play with color and build a daytime and a nighttime look. Like, if I was just going to wear some false lashes and I wanted like a very summery, I didn't spend too much time on my makeup, even though clearly we know that I did, kind of that no makeup look, I would really use this shade and probably one or two, maybe even three of these shades and call it done. Pop one of these shimmers in the tear duct and the brow bone and be done. And then there's also like a pink and a red and a black and some much more deeper shades if I wanted to build a much more dramatic nighttime approach. This shade honestly by itself would be amazing. Just throw on some false lashes. I'd probably still put a brow bone highlight. I'm probably going to use this shade much more majority of the time just because I really like it for the brow bone, and any of these would be really cute in your tear duct area. Alright, so the next two shades I'm going to pick up, I'm just going to kind of mix in between them. This is a Jeffree Star brush with Morphe, and it is the J56. Alright, so I'm going to go back into the first shade that we used. I'm just going to further smoke out and blow out the top portion so there's not any harsh lines. I'm just going to go right over those two medium deep shades. And again, using the same brush, I'm just going to dip into the pink shade here. I think I'm probably going to use all the mattes. Again, this is a palette that I would use quite a lot. There is fallout in the pan, but we're pretty much used to that with eyeshadow, and especially Kylie Cosmetics. There's always fallout in the pan. So I didn't create any eyeshadow, I just built my own palette. So that's pretty normal and pretty typical. Some people mind, some people don't. I'll just leave that at where it is, and you can kind of decide if that bugs you or not. For me, not so much. God, I really love that pink. Or if there's a way to, when we were building the eyeshadow pans, to like customize the palette, like if she had like choose a pink one or choose a white one or a black one, or throw some stickers on it, I don't know, anything cool like that, just so that it was more custom, I think would have been cool for something in the future maybe. I am going to smoke this out and blend this up a little bit more, and I picked up these two shades here. How this is starting out so far. And then I'm going to pick up a red shade. So yeah, you can see the fallout there. Just going to keep that a little bit lower. Alright, and then finally I'm going to pick up our black shade. Loaded. Okay, and for spray, I am using the Ready Set Radiance Tarte Ready Set Radiance Skin Mist. smells almost like a green tea type vibe, that spray. All right, and I really want to try, let's do this guy. And I think I'm gonna go back into the mattes and pick up this red shade. Pop it right here in between the shimmer and the black. So we have almost an ombre effect. And then I'm just going to dip back into the black. I like to use very little when I first start applying and building the eye, especially with the much more darker shades like a black or a really deep brown. And then as we build the eye, go back in and intensify. I feel like that just makes the job a lot easier. Alright, and then I am going to pick up some of this pink shade here. Just go right over the top. Just make sure everything got nice and blended out. And then we're going to pick up our two medium kind of transition brown shades, warm shades. And then lastly, we'll pick up our lightest shade for the mattes, just to go right over the top of that. And then I'm going to spritz my little brush again, and I'm going to dip into this first shimmer shade for my brow bone. And then I'm going to use another shimmer shade. I really want to try and use all of these, but I don't think I will, but majority of them will be. And we are going to pick up this shade here. We're going to put that in our inner corner. Actually, I think I'm going to mix this shade with this shade. Yeah, I like how that turned out a lot. Okay, I will be right back. I am going to go complete this eye, throw on some false lashes and some eyeliner, and I will be right back with the completed look to talk about the prices and my final thought. Okay guys, so here's the final look. I did complete this eye. I also did throw on some false lashes and some eyeliner. I used that black shade to kind of darken the inner portion of my eyes where my eyes get too watery, and it just kind of waters off anyway, so I usually leave it alone. But my final thoughts on the palette, I have used every single matte inside of here. I think I used every shade down here except for these two, which I will definitely play with more. The shimmers, I definitely do like them. Can they be more bright? Of course. There is fallout in the pan, but as far as blending and smoking and building and playing with, I don't think there's any issues with the mattes. This palette has a lot of versatility to it. Obviously today I was excited for the palette, so I tried pretty much every shade except for two. So 10 out of 12, which is probably a new record for me. But anyways, let me know down below what you thought about this palette. Did you actually build your own palette? If so, what colors did you use? Are you excited about this type of theme? And then I wanted to talk to you guys before I let you go and end the video about the actual price that I purchased. So the total for the 12 eyeshadows and the build your own palette 12 shadow pan was $45. I ended up paying $48.55. If you take a look at Kylie's website, each shadow is $7. And I couldn't find an actual palette like this, but her Kylie empty large pan, which fits 12 shadows, is $24. Okay, so 7 times 12 is $84 just for the eyeshadow alone. Now, if you add $24 for the palette that she has on her website to that total, comes to a grand total of $108, of which we paid $48 for shipping and handling. Let me give you the exact total actually, $48.55. So your ROI, return on investment, is $59.45. So you're actually getting quite a bargain with this. You can almost buy 2 palettes or 2.5 palettes for the price that it would cost to pay each one of these individually and for the actual palette alone. So when these specials do happen, I do encourage you to buy them. It's really cool to have something that you almost picked out and designed for yourself. You do save quite a lot of money when they do have these events. Some things that maybe I would have changed changed if they could have sent like individual pill of stickers so you can place on the shadows so you can know the names of them, and there is no unicarton. They're not too big of ordeals, but just things that I would change if I was to do it or if they were to do it again. The mirror is really nice in here. It does have quite a hefty feel to it, so it does not feel plastic or cheap at all. But those are my final thoughts. Don't forget to enter our giveaway. I think I have 3 or 4 more things that I want to grab, and then I'm going to post an updated picture on my Instagram and start the giveaway. Hopefully, I'm hoping by the end of March. Let me know down below what you thought about this process, what you think about this look. Did you build your own look, or just some general comments, love, concern, feedback. I love hearing everything. Until the next one, stay beautiful.